All right, welcome back. So today we got a quote from Alex Hormozi. He says, "It's never been easier to be successful. It's also never been easier to be distracted." And I totally feel that, especially with I would say AI tools are like there's so many buzzing around in my head. Claude Code, like the limitless opportunities that presents. There's like hundreds of different business opportunities that are popping up with using OpenClaw and like Hermes and like all these other like super niche business models that people are like supposedly making tons of money with. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of to quote Hermosi, women in the red dress, a different across the board. Because like it's just this. It's like it's never been easier to be successful, especially with AI tools like Claude Code. Um, but it also presents like unlimited opportunities that are so easy to get distracted by. So need to lock in, need to focus on what matters, which is building the agency to $1 million. Today is day 154 of the agency speedrun. We're going to go over YouTube comments. Theo left us a comment. Keep it up, Lincoln. 4 months ago, you were struggling to cold call, and now you got that MRR and consistency. Still watching in the background. What's your plan to go from 2K to 4K per month in cash collected for June? What actions will you need to do differently? Also, are you starting to feel that Hermosi quote where he says something like people only cheer for you at the start and at the end, like a marathon, but in the middle is where it gets hard? Said differently, do you find it harder, easier, or the same compared to when you started? Really, really good questions. Yeah, man, things are starting to stack up, and yeah, we're 4 months in. That's kind of crazy. Um, it's been good. So yeah, what's different from 2K to 4K? Couple things different. Um, there's a lot of deals in the in pipeline um, that just haven't closed yet. So really dialing in my follow up and checking back in with people. I do need to like I have a limiting belief for sure that like following up that like is annoying for prospect, like it's annoying to be for this random guy with a marketing agency to like constantly be following up with them. But I know I'll make more money if I do follow up more. So it doesn't matter if it comes across as annoying or not, as long as they buy something to that effect. Um, so locking in follow up better because I know I can close a lot of deals from that in June with just follow up. Another thing is it's like it is more like high level strategic. Like I don't want to, yeah, it's a tough thing. I want to introduce another channel of acquisition for clients. Cold calling is such like brute force, and I it seems really hard to get to $1 million of revenue um, as fast as possible, just purely with cold calling, without like more leverage than that. Like Naval Ravikant and Alex Ramosi like talk about like the different types of leverage, and that is just, and maybe that's a limiting belief. I don't know. I still need to lock it in, but some other options obviously are SMS outreach, cold email, organic content, or paid content, or like paid ads, like so on Meta. And I don't know where I'm gonna do. I'm considering doing like kind of like a targeted short test of SMS outreach as well as Meta ads and seeing what happens. Um, I haven't locked it in yet, but it needs to be like a simple test that doesn't take up much time, and I need to make sure I don't stop other methods of acquisition, my other outreach. So I guess what actions do I need to do differently? Unsure is the short answer. And then regarding that hormozi quote, yeah, that's a good one. I actually I was listening to a podcast or a clip or something. Anyways, I heard that just a few days ago, this exact quote that you're talking about. And I would say I still feel like I'm in the beginning. Like it still feels like it's very much the beginning, even though I'm 4 months in. Um, so like I feel like people are still like kind of like cheering for me, even like in my friend groups and stuff. Like people are still cheering for me, you know. I feel like once I have like some kind of like like Hormozi talks about this, where if you have people want you to do good but not better than them. And do I feel like once I get to that point where I'm like quote unquote doing better than them, at least financially, I think that's where it's going to get really lonely in the middle, like a marathon, where there's nobody really cheering for you. And then obviously once you just like knock it out of the park and get to say $1 million of revenue or 100K per month, um, then I think people start cheering for you again. So I feel like I'm very much at the beginning, and I'm doing a lot worse than a lot of people. Even like obviously people with like a 9 to 5 typically make more than that, more than I am currently. And so I think I'm still very much at the beginning. But great question. Really appreciate that, Theo. And I'm cheering for you too, man. Regarding the input tracker, yeah, yesterday was pretty solid. No other deals closed, no cash collected, but other than that, pretty solid stuff. And I'm gonna end it there, but I will catch you guys next time.